Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. I'm Amber Newman. I'm a certified health coach and business coach with Take Shape for Life. I wanted to welcome you guys all. Those of you that are new, we're so glad that you joined us. And those of you that are our weekly attenders, welcome. I love this call. I love tuning in each week. It just kind of sets my health journey for the week outright. It motivates me. I love hearing the inspiring shares that people do. And so on that note, I just wanted to say that if you want to share anything that's going well, or if you have questions, this is a place for you to feel free to unmute yourself. If you look kind of in the far left corner, there's kind of a little microphone that'll say mute or unmute. And so if you have something you want to share, that is what you would do, and just feel free to share. Tonight's topic is going to be kind of about getting back in a routine. I know we're a little bit more into a new season as fall approaches. I'm in Montana, so I get to enjoy all 4 seasons. We get to see all kinds of weather up here. And so fall is upon us, or close, and my kids are back to school, and I'm kind of embracing this routine. And so after summer and some vacationing, it's kind of like, how do we get back to a routine and refocus? And so that's what we wanted to cover tonight. And so I just wanted to see, is anyone out there that wants to unmute? We might have time for 2 or 3 people that want to share, maybe if you've already kind of jump started and you're back on track, what you have found helpful. And then if you have any big wins this week or the last few weeks that you want to share, let's just start with some success stories. So who wants to unmute and share some things? We can't be shy. This is the most motivating part.
I won't be shy.
Oh, good.
I'm super, super excited because I'm back on day 2 of Optavia. Oh my gosh. Seriously, I feel so good. You know, just hit a little couple bumps in the road, refocused. I started a refocus group with some of my clients. They're motivating me. I'm drinking my water. I'm probably talking really fast. I'm walking faster, but I feel good. So.
I love it. I love it. And I know with Optavia, like with, you know, like the even kind of cleaner nutrition, people are experiencing kind of that fat burn, hunger controlled energy even sooner, which is great because sometimes those first 4 days can be a little bit like we're climbing a hill. So awesome. You're feeling great already.
Yeah. Day 2. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Thanks, Denise. Anybody else?
Okay, I'll share. I shared in the chat already, but after 2 years on 5 and 1, I'm transitioning.
Oh my gosh, Leanne, that's so awesome. Good for you. And I do know some of your story. Share a little bit how much you've lost and what you've accomplished.
I lost 40 pounds over a 4-year period in the gym, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, and starving. And watched my friend lose 125 pounds not working out. So I finally, after 2 years, watched her and jumped on program. August 12, 2014 was my first day on 5 and 1. 5 and 1 for 2 years solid. I've lost another 110 pounds. So I'm all the way through menopause and thyroid challenge. So y'all can do it.
Wow. Talk about inspiring, right? Anything's possible if we set our mind to it. Congratulations to you, Leanne. That's so great. Awesome. You got to celebrate big time. That's wonderful. All right. Do we have time for one more and then we'll get started on the topic? Does anybody else want to share one last theme? No?
Okay. Yeah, someone's not going to jump in. I know so many people could, but I mean, we all got it. And hopefully this is helpful for some of the newer people out there. You know, I lost my weight 7 years ago on this, and it's still just learning to get refocused and stay with the basics. So I had a really good summer. It wasn't perfect as summer treats us. And that's why I'm really glad you're covering this tonight, Amber. But, you know, just got the weekend set, started to realize things are winding down after a full weekend. And it feels really good just to come back and always set up a new routine. So took some extra time this weekend, and I'm already feeling the benefits of starting out the week because it's not about perfection. It's about being persistent.
Absolutely. Totally, Brad. That's awesome. Yeah. And we've never arrived. That's my thing, is it's always a work in progress because there's always more we could be doing. So,
hey, Amber, do you have time for just one more real quick one?
Of course, yeah.
We are actually getting ready to travel, and over the next 2 months, we're going to be traveling for about 6 weeks. And the really cool part about that is that we just take this food on the road with us. Most of it's road trip or driving, and we're flying on some destinations. But it's so easy to travel, and we can fuel our bodies really well. Not only it saves a bunch of money, but it saves a lot of pounds because we're fueling ourselves really well in situations that we can't always control the timing of everything. So it's a really good way for us to travel, and we've been doing it a lot. So we love this.
Absolutely. I love it. In fact, I just talked to one of my clients today that has taken a last minute trip to see her parents. And she's like, I'm just going to bring my whole box, the whole thing that I just got, because I want to have all the options. And I was like, why not? You absolutely could. They were driving out there, so it was an easy option. And yeah, the nice thing is we can take it anywhere. So yeah, very, very good point. So thank you for sharing that. So when we talk about getting back on track, and Brad asked me to share tonight on this topic, I have to always come back to our why. And hopefully your guys' health coaches have talked to you about this, because we talk about the why a lot in Take Shape for Life, that really, if we're emotionally attached to something, the chances that we're going to follow through with it are going to be much stronger. And so we all on here at any given point decided to make a change and choose health because it was important to us. And we all have different reasons why it was worth, and it wasn't just like maybe losing weight or energy or whatever. There's often usually even something deeper in there. And so if you haven't identified that, like maybe do some soul searching. But I just wanted to share a little bit, like mine. When I started, I had a really bad sugar addiction. Like Leanne mentioned, I was killing myself in the gym to not make much progress. And it was just like this uphill battle. And I knew that my eating habits were out of control, but I had now become a mom of 4 boys. And I wanted to break the cycle of kind of these bad eating habits and sugar addiction. It was really important to me that I taught my kids some basic habits that were going to serve them lifelong when they were no longer under my care, that when they were making their own choices, that I had set them up with some real core habits that would serve them well when they were out on their own. And so when I find myself, straying different ways and maybe getting off track, that's kind of what brings me back, that like the example I'm setting and what I'm teaching them is going to serve them lifelong. So for me, that's my why, and that's what keeps me going on the hard days. And so as we're getting back into a routine and structure here with fall coming and a new season, I want you to really think about what's your why, what really keeps you going in those tough moments, and really cling to that, when you're challenged. And like Brad said, he's maintained, for several years. Some of you are still in the weight loss phase. I have been maintaining. I actually just recently signed up to do a half marathon. I've never done that. And so that is in 3 weeks. And so for me, this next season, this last month and then moving forward has been about kind of building more lean muscle mass and kind of taking my health to that level, because my kids are getting older, they're more in school, and so I have the time. So that season of my life right now, I'm able to do that. We're also in the process of adoption, and so that my day could change in a month and it could be different. So we want to be flexible, but we also need to identify what is this next 3 months. I want to kind of break it into 3-month increments. So we'll go September, October, November, which is going to set us up into going the holidays. What do you guys want that to look like going into the holidays? The holidays can be a little bit tricky and sometimes maintaining success, right? Because we got lots of parties and lots of stuff. And so if you want to go into the holidays being at your best weight, let's really dig in right now. And if that's doable, what does that look like for you? So I just encourage you to figure out your why, so that we're crystal clear on those hard days, why we're creating this, why it's important, what your life is going to be different and better off for because you're choosing this. And then what do you want these next 3 months to look like as we keep going? And then I wanted to give you guys 5 steps that I really feel are the best things to kind of help you get back on track. The first is I just kind of talked about it, but identify the season. What are these next 3 months going to look like for you? If you have tons of stuff going on and maintaining is doable because you're super stressed and there's life, that's winning. Like, that's winning, and that's okay. Like, if that's where you're at, and if you're like, I'm going to work really hard to get 20 pounds off or 30 pounds off the next 3 months, awesome. Like, figure out what that plan is. So anyways, identify what that is for number one. Number two, connect with your health coach, right? Because if they don't know what you want, it's hard for them to guide you, and we want to be there to cheer you on. So they'll be there once they know what you're looking to achieve to help you map out the plan that's going to best serve you and the circumstances that you have going on in your life at that time. Third is to make sure you have enough feelings. We talked a little bit earlier about the convenience and how simple it makes it, and it really stinks when we run out and our stuff has not arrived, right? Like, so make sure that you're setting yourself up for success, planning ahead so that you always have those available to keep you on track at all times. Let me see, number four. I do this a lot, and I have found that my clients that do really have found it helpful is tell your friends and family what you're doing so that you can really work to build this support system around you and let them know that it's important to you and you're asking them to support you. We all know that it's hard to be around those friends that are trying to shove chocolate in your mouth and tell you that you should drink that wine and stuff. So really try to work to surround yourself with the people that are going to help hold you accountable. And you never know, there might be people that actually would like to join you. So I encourage you not to be secretive about what you're doing, but to encourage your friends and family to support you and possibly join you. And lastly is plug into our awesome community. I would not be where I am the last 4 years without this awesome, awesome community of the Healthy Huddle each Monday. So we hope that you join us again next week. In the back of your quick start guide, there's several calls throughout the week. Nurses, doctors, there's a Habits of Health call. So lots of support is available to you. And then lastly, make sure that you're checking in with your health coach weekly to let them know how you're progressing. And even if you're struggling, like, reach out to them. I have been so, so blessed to know many, many, many of the coaches in this company. And I can tell you they have hearts of gold. Like, they desire to help you succeed. And so don't be shy. We love hearing from you. We love helping you through your wins. And we love reaching out our hands to you in your struggles. So those are my best tips. If anybody has anything else they want to share, feel free to unmute. Otherwise, I think that's it, Brad, and we can go on with our evening. So does anyone have one last tip they want to share?
I think you cover them all. It's such a good reminder for all of these things. So I think that's the thing we're probably all focusing this next little bit. So thanks, Amber. This is a great reminder. Loved it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you guys for hopping on. I'm excited to see everyone next week.
All right, let's go do it this week, guys.
All right, sounds good. Good night.